Well, isn't he absolutely beautiful? And you know what? You want to capture those moments. So Eleni joins us here from Eleni Photography. She's laying on the ground for a reason, of course. You're going to help us out because you're going to take us through. You don't want to miss those moments. You're right down on his level. Take me through some of the tips and the things that I need to know when taking photos of my children outdoor.
Number one is you want to be right down on their level. Okay. So that's why I'm on my belly, because he's on his belly. I want to get the best view possible. I want to get him, and if he's rolling around, no problem. You just kind of have to go with the flow there. And number two, turn off your flash. You don't want any harsh glare on the face whatsoever. So if you're turning off your flash, you want a lot of natural light.
Okay.
So you want to be outdoors, or if you're in your home, close to a window. And then number two, try and fill your frame as much as possible with the child.
Okay.
To get as much of the facial expression as possible.
Because you don't want to miss moments like that where they smile.
Exactly.
Now, when you say fill the frame, are you talking focus, get close? So that
as close as your camera will allow you to get.
Okay.
So in the viewfinder, you want to have his face in there as much as possible.
And better to continue to take the pictures versus just, you know, waiting for that moment to come.
Don't wait. We're in the digital age now. You can totally keep going and just delete your bad ones.
Okay.
So that would be no problem whatsoever. And he's too young for this next rule, but never ever ask them to say cheese, because you're only going to get a cheesy smile.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what? How many times do you do that? You get a group of people together and we all say cheese and it gets us nowhere. Now, another thing, I mean, you've talked about getting at their level. Obviously, he's a little one. He's about 6 months old. If they're sitting up, do you sit up too so that you're balanced with them as well?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. He can't sit up yet, so we're not going to do that today, but with a child that can, yes, I will.
Now, right now, we happen to be in a shaded area. Does that make a difference when you're in a shaded area versus full sun?
You can do full sun as well, but then you might get a squinty look, which would not be desirable.
So you're better off than in the shade?
I think so.
What if you're in an area that happens to be full sun? What is your best bet? Should the sun be behind you? Should it be on your face?
The sun should be on the photographer's face.
On the photographer's face, so that it's not blinding your subject.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
My whole life, I'm going to say. It took me my whole life to get up to this point. Yes.
Really? And you specifically do children's photography?
Newborns, babies, and children, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you find it, is it the most difficult to work with?
For me, it's the easiest because they're the least self-conscious. So they're going to give you true looks. True looks, nothing cheesy, nothing pose, and just let them play and grab those shots.
Not that us adults ever pose, not that we stand there and do the, you know, the whole thing. Because you're right, the natural pictures are the ones that seem to capture us more than the photos that are set up. We do have some pictures that you've taken yourself.
Yes.
Again, you've got color, you've got black and white. What do you find the difference is? Like when you're doing a black and white picture versus the color, what are you getting out of that?
Black and white would be more for emotion.
Okay.
And color just for vibrancy. Now in the summertime, color. And actually, some parents, it's just a personal preference.
Really?
Whatever they prefer. I offer them in color and in black and white.
I'll let you continue taking pictures of him because he's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
You do have a website people can check out?
Yes. EleniPhotography.com.
Perfect. You can check out her website for more information. In the meantime, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to deal with a little bit of an older child, not by much, by a couple years older, but just to get a dynamic as to how that works as well.
Yeah.